Hi, I'm Ryan Moore. I head up the data and analytics practice at Aiimi. A data sprint takes a design sprint approach and merges it with what we do really well in Aiimi data hackathons and combines those two to create a methodology which is based on discovering, developing, and delivering a data solution. So we have a 2-day data dash. At the end of it, which you will get a feasibility score. So you get a kind of enough information to make a go, no-go decision whether you take this forward or not. If you do decide to go ahead with it, you go into our 10-day data sprint. What happens in those 10 days is we focus on building that prototype, and we also focus on how you're going to take that prototype into production. The key benefit of a data sprint is that you've got a focused group of professionals who are working on a single problem. And you've got all the skills you need in one room to solve that problem without having to deal with the bureaucracy that comes with larger scale projects or programs. Virtual data sprints are very much the norm these days. It works really well for us because all of these exercises are a combination of online and you being on camera and people talking to each other and interacting with each other. I don't think there's any elements that are lost by us virtualizing the sprint. Traditionally, design sprints have always been associated with digital products. That is something that has a UI or a UX. What we've done is we've taken the context of that and applied it to data, because the outputs from a data sprint is very kind of similar. So you will have an interface where people experience data. A focus on data experience is one of the factors that differentiates or kind of sets us apart from other kind of offerings. From the customer side, it's always good to have end users who are facing that problem. So the second persona is a business SME who's familiar with the processes that relate to that problem. And then a data subject matter expert who kind of knows the data landscape and can point you in the right direction and say, here's where you go and find that data, or break down some of those blockers that we have in accessing data. As always, we have a discovery sort of aspect to it. So in our data dash, what we do is we produce that feasibility score. As an information management specialist, we've been involved with large-scale data and digital transformation programs. We've had, a lot of success embedding smaller focus teams doing data science, AI, and digital development within these organizations. We looked at what was happening really well with those teams, as in they were able to produce results very quickly. They were able to deliver value, right into the heart of the business. We work very closely with the UI UX team in terms of facilitating these workshops, because they've got the experience of being able to make this exercise user-centric, because there's this kind of stigma around data that it's very complicated. The other way in which we work with the other teams is we have this data discovery stage right in the beginning of our exercise, and we've got our own platform, Insight Maker, which really speeds up that process of finding the data you need to be able to solve this problem. What we produce from data science models and analytics models, and basically the outputs of a full data sprint, is that we're able to put a updated product in front of the customer where they can say, yes, that solves my business problem.